All right, let's make sure we're live, folks. How's everybody doing? Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. You know I am. I could walk Tinkerbell. Went a little grocery shopping. Nothing crazy. Let's make sure we're live. Yep, says we're live. Right? Yes. Cool. All right. So this stream is going to be a little different because I am using a software this time. So we'll see how it goes and if I mess it up or not. I'm actually going to share some my old photography with you guys if whoever's interested, guys, girls, whoever. We'll check that out. Who's that? Is that Anthony? I have to sign into my own chat? Oh no. Opening, no. This action cannot be performed inside Stream Desktop. I can use it in a web browser. What? Interesting. What's up, Ant-Man? At least I got somebody in here. I'm going to show you two books I just got. One I already started reading. Forgive the hood, I don't mean to look like Corn Julio over here, but it's cold. It's like 20-something degrees out. The first book I got, which I'm super into already, is by Bibhu Dev Misra. It's The Yuga Shift. And this dude's done a lot of research into the Yuga Shift and the planetary cycles. Basically saying how we're in the end of it, even though people think it's going to go on way longer. Who knows? We'll find out. But it's pretty sweet because it's showing it's right around the corner, actually, within all the research he's done and everyone around the world that he's studied from. So it's pretty interesting. I'll read. Let's see, which part should I read for you? It was a nice breakdown. Yeah, here you go. Almost every ancient culture believed that human civilization and consciousness has progressively declined since an erstwhile golden age till the current age of greed and lies. Discord, strife, called the Kali Yuga. But when does the Kali Yuga end? And what happens after that? In this extensively researched book, Bibhu Dev Misra has delineated the common threads that run through the Yuga cycle doctrines of ancient cultures. Taking the aid of scientific discoveries wherever available, his reconstruction of the original Yuga cycle framework indicates that the end of the Kali Yuga is just around the corner in 2025. So I don't have to read the rest, but you get the point. It's pretty sweet. So literally, Ant-Man, around the corner, Ragnarok, brother. It's coming. So we'll see if we survive it and what the new age will bring us. And a very interesting book. Pretty dense, not too bad. Only about actual reading pages. Where were we at? Oh, 330, 331. Not too bad. The other one I wanted to get for a while, but I haven't gotten because I'm a cheap bastard. But I got it now. It is Ingo Swann's Everybody's Guide to Natural ESP. And you probably know the name because he did a lot of work with government agencies and stuff like that. So I find this stuff super fascinating. You know, just some things certain people can do in this world is, I mean, it's basically unexplainable, at least in the guise of modern science. But it's pretty, I don't know, I find this fascinating. I like anything paranormal, anything spooky, anything out of the norm. I mean, I have some ESP, we all do. We all sense things. We all start thinking about a friend, right? Yeah, bring it on, Ant, right? We all start thinking about a friend and then they just call, you know what I mean? We're all connected, we just don't see the strings. So I find that shit fascinating. Those are a couple books I got in today. Well, not today, yesterday. Looking forward to it. I started the Yugo one. It's pretty good already, actually. I like when authors write in ways that just really draw you into the book. It's like, all right, this is going to be a good book. Even if the subject matter, you might have to read it one or two times to get it sunken into our craniums. It's pretty cool, though. Now, again, I was telling you this is a new software, so I can like shrink my head down. Can I shrink my head down? Oh, which one was I on? Well, sorry. You're not seeing it, but I'm seeing it. All right, now I'm on the camera. Now I can bring my head down. There you go. Look how small I am. Ah! All right, cool. And the other ones are hidden. I'm gonna go check my tea. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Now we can warm up some blueberry tea in my Valhalla Java mug. Check this mug out. Valhalla Java. Got the Allfather on there, baby. All right. Now, another thing I wanted to show y'all, like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I want to show you some of my old photography. So I think I'll get into that now. I'll drop my little head down so you don't have to stare at me. And I believe it was this one, and bam. All right, where are we gonna start? This is just an old folder. These are just like my finished shots, what I saved. So we'll start at the top somewhere. Like this is the old, if you watched one of my recent videos, you saw some of this stuff. Huh. I'm gonna get this over. Sorry, this is all new to me. So you would have seen some of these beautiful, like the workmanship in this is just fucking unparalleled. It's amazing. Ant-Man, you were there with me, you saw this up close and personal. Then the armory they have in there, whew, you can only imagine the millions worth of craftsmanship they carry, or billions or trillions, whatever the hell it would be. That place it's loaded. It's absolutely. If you've never been to the Met and you're in New York City for whatever reason, just go. It's worth it. It's just worth it. Where are you going to see all this? And then they have all these just amazing musical instruments. The amount of inlay work on this, like, it's just insane. I've done some inlays in wood. It takes forever. And women technically are a lot better than us men at it because they just have the more delicate hands and a little more patience than some of us. That's why if you go to like factories like Taylor and Gibson, women will be in charge of those. Well, now it's mostly CNC machines, but traditionally women would be because, again, a lot more delicate and a little more patience. I mean, look at all that inlay on the fretboard. Isn't that insane? It's absolutely gorgeous. And these are just, some of the most beautiful instruments we have at the Met. I mean, this is just mostly guitars and string instruments. All right. And from there, I got some cool shots. Oh, I love jousting. Look at this jousting going on. And the one lead up to it, and then bam. Just so beautiful. 1/3 frame. Perfect. This is actually Fort Tryon. This is where I met Xander, one of my closest friends. That was a pretty good day. Pretty good day. Boom. Just really, and just look at that smace. Get whacked right to the face. I think the goal was to knock that thing off his helmet, I believe. It's just spiked on there. And they have other challenges, like they're using the lance and they have to go right and catch the rings that are hanging, which is actually very hard because the lance is like 12 feet out in front of you, whatever it is. Those guys do some cool work. Got a little Studley Knight. The other knight, I think his character was Scottish, hence the colors hanging from him. He was a pretty cool guy. A lot of these guys do the tours, like around the whole country, like every month. Well, in the warmer seasons, every month they'll be in a different Ren Fair or places like that. Interesting black and white. The lady, what was she? She had a title. I don't remember what it was. It was over a decade ago. Just a simple sword sticking in the ground. Thought it was cool looking. Little jester messing around. Knight, looking like he's ready to go to battle. Pretty cool male. So you look at see the background and how buttery it looks. That's all from the lens I was using, a 70 to 200 Nikon 2.8. It's a beautiful lens. Another knight about to go whack somebody up. Beautiful lady making pottery. Little criminal walking across the street. It's actually kind of rare to see that in the middle of the day too, but he didn't give a shit. And I believe that was not Fort Trion. That was in my neighborhood at St. John's. Is the college over here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That's another beautiful architecture that's there. The old world architecture. Absolutely stunning. I mean, we have so many buildings in New York City like this. It's just unparalleled. They just do not build that same way. It's absolutely gorgeous. Cool Spartan looking helmet of a knight. That was at the same event at the college down the street. It's actually where I got Tinkerbell. It's pretty interesting. My girl. Guy messing around. Another can't call him a jester. He was just kind of goofing around, being a clown guy, kind of a guy. Another image of that. Ladies having fun. I just love this kind of imagery though. This is like my style, street photography, where everything's candid. There's nothing set up, you just catch people in their raw emotions. I love that. It's absolutely my favorite. And this, let's see where we're at in the file. You're gonna see some boobies here soon. They have tassels on, so it's okay. But this is the Mermaid Parade. Let me get that back in scale for you. I think that's in scale. This is the Mermaid Parade in Coney Island. I used to go every year, or I went every year until the mayor's kids were there, and they were like the honored guests. I was like, nah, I'll pass. That's where I stopped. Because the fuck are you to be honoring? Like, because your dad's a mayor? Like, you're important somehow? No, I'm good. But anyways, just if you want to see beautiful women and half naked women and dudes all tatted up, it's a fun event, just all around fun. And it means Coney Island. It's a freak show. It's great. Beautiful girls dressed in mermaids. Another beautiful girl, and you got a close up right here of her kazangas. Oh, you got a cool old dude with their corncob pipe. I always like that side profile, kind of like the Romans used to shoot. They did that on purpose because you see somebody's genetics from the side. So I always like the imagery of it though. Then they had a lot of cool cars. Big block. I have no idea what it is. I'm not a huge car person, but it's cool. And the lady having fun. having fun. It's beautiful. They're going crazy. Yeah. And a little clown dude. Like a hipster clown dude, I guess. Here's the car backed out a little bit more. I love the colors on these cars, man. I mean, look how big that motor is. Obviously, that's not stock, but it is beautiful. And this is probably my favorite picture. Well, a couple of reasons. Green is my favorite color, but you see all this refracted light in this beautiful looking, in the left-hand corner, bottom left. That's just natural light coming in through the elements of the lens. And it's not an effect I put. It just, it's a natural effect. It's pretty sweet looking. At least I liked it. Adds a lot. And I always enhance the colors in my images a little bit because I like the vibrant look. But other than that, that's almost straight out of the camera. NYPD. Bacon Patrol out there. Looking cool on the bike. I didn't care about him. It was more about this frame, the bike and you see how his feet are just kind of resting on the highway peg. Oh, is it a highway peg? I guess it is. Just stretched out and relax. Going down the strip with everyone else. You got Indian Larry, rest in peace. This was actually somewhere else. My images are a little scattered. Pinstripe and a helmet. Same show. It's Jacob Javits Center. I think I was there with Xander also. And yep, more Indian Larry bikes. I snapped a picture of every single bike I could because that's the Javits Center. That's the ceiling of it. Isn't that crazy? The ironwork in there. It's like a fucking Rubik's Cube jigsaw puzzle, whatever, putting that thing together. Move this real quick in case somebody's saying something in the chat. Drove past Valhalla or Valhalla earlier going home. That's cool. Couldn't see your comment, brother. I'm gonna put this window up here so I can see the comments better. Put this back in here so y'all can see the pictures. All right, now I can see the comments. Cool spoke work and chain. Indian. I'm not a huge fan of Indian bikes, especially their modern stuff. I think it's kind of, I don't know. It's like it's lost its soul. I mean, the company's been bought and sold so much, so obviously the original soul's gone, but still cool. Beautiful green flames. Love it. Again, Indian Larry's bikes. I think he made the best bikes in the world, hands down. Just my opinion. It's my style. Like, look at that. That thing is, and that's how he described. He wanted to see the bolts and the nuts and the cables and everything. Like, look at the kickstart. It's a brass knuckle. Well, it's not made of brass, but it's spiked knuckles. It's a spider web on it. It's beautiful. I love it. Love it. Got the Springer front end. This was fun. This was a fun day. I used to go every year to the Javits Center to go check the bike show. This is St. John the Divine in a snowy day. Oh, some street art. I think that was in Little Italy, downtown, near Chinatown. I don't know if it's still there, but it was when I was there. Brother Man from Salvation Army. That's outside of, see if I can remember. Rockefeller Center. There you go. Yeah, he was cool. I remember him. Good fucking attitude. Some of those guys are miserable fucks, but he was got a good attitude. Building that monstrosity of a building. I was getting into a little bit of street photography. Hot. Look at that architecture. It's just a corner of a building. We do not do things like this anymore. It's just amazing. It's like back then when you wanted a mason, just go walk around the block. You'll find 100 masons. They were so common because everything was built in masonry. Now you have to really search for a good mason, and even then they're probably not that great. It's just the way the world is. It ebbs and flows. Some locks. I don't know. You just take random pictures of things. Central Park. It's a nice bridge. There's a lot of famous pictures on that bridge. Another fall day in Central Park. This might be where they do a little bit of the rock climbing. You'll notice they do that in Central Park a lot because there's some pretty cool stones you can climb up. St. John the Divine again. My mama. That's my mom, everyone. Beautiful woman. That was a long time ago. Jay Maisel, very famous photographer. Used to live downtown. He actually lived in an old bank, which was so cool because in the basement there was the original vault, and inside that vault he'd had all his old film and everything, which I thought was so cool. But the building was so big. I mean, he was in there for like, I don't know, 50 plus years or whatever, and towards the end of it, he actually found an extra room because he didn't even know he had. That's how big the building was. It's pretty crazy. But I took this shot because he took this shot, and I really liked it. And I framed it perfectly. So, I love it how it's just so symmetrical, you know? Even the reflection of the lights. There's one thing on the table that throws it off, that little red and that one black stripe, but I just love how everything is just kind of lined up and cool looking. That's why I took it. And you got the security guard there, just probably was staring at his phone or whatever. Like, what the hell else is he gonna do? That's pretty cool. Wrong way. That's Mama again. Whoa, where am I going? Whoa! Alright, let's get back on the track. Where the fuck was I? Yeah, we can start there again. Sorry, everybody. Let me frame this again. This is new to me. Alright, so that's the Empire State Building. Cool shot through it. I think that's Washington Park. Is that, no, that's not Washington. What is that? I'd have to look it up. I don't remember. That was a cool shot. With the focus was the tree, obviously, in the background blur, but it's such a distinct building. You obviously know what it is and where it is. Empire State, obviously closer view. It's actually kind of a boring looking building, to be fair, because it's just so squared off. And I mean, they built like a floor or two a day. That's how quick they threw that thing up. It was so fast. But when it's lit up at night, that building, like that whole antenna looking part on the top, it's killer looking at night. It's really nice. These are just random freaks walking around. There was like a horror thing in Times Square, and I just happened to walk through Times Square, and there was just all these people dressed up in zombies, and Edward Scissorhands, obviously that's him. I don't know, that's funny. It's the shit you see in New York. This is the New York City Library. I mean, come on. Look at that ceiling alone. Isn't that crazy? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And, yep, that's Grand Central Terminal. Not station, everybody. It's a terminal. Trains don't pass through it. They stop and then they start. And also, in that gallery right there where there's the huge zodiacal relief of the equinox on top, that size room, there's the same size room under it. And it has big old motors in it. Most people don't even know that. It's crazy. When you walk on that floor, there's another floor with like 100-foot drop. It's insane. And they have pumps in there because it's below sea level, so they have to keep getting water out of it. Pretty amazing. Some random street photography. I think that was, I don't know, some farmers market, I guess. There's just so much in the city to remember it all. And I remember a lot of it, but random big ass dog. That dog was humongous. Obviously, he's a Great Dane of some kind, and I guess, I don't know, Dalmatian? Poor Dalmatian. It was just such a big dog. Dude selling his wares. And pretty cool. Obviously, you know where this is by the signs, but it's the Chrysler building on the right and Grand Central Terminal on the left. But you have a statue of Hermes right here. You have Hercules. And I believe this is, was it Minerva or Athena? I don't remember. Remember, all of our founding fathers were Masons. When they said in God we trust, it wasn't the Christian God. They were the followers of the old pantheon. Don't be mistaken. That's why when you look around this beautiful country, you're going to see all these Greco-Roman gods everywhere because that's the calendar and the gods they follow. Why do you think we still do the Olympics on the Olympiad calendar every 4 years? It's for a reason. It's for a reason. This is right across the street from that exact spot right here. It's under the little bridge. I forget what street that was. Is a cool little cafe. Never been in it, but it's always cool looking. It's tiny. It's really not big at all. And it's hardly ever packed. But still cool. It's just so much character. And you can see above it, right up here. Oop, right up here, this is the bridge riding over it. So there's cars riding over it all day. And again, 42nd in front of it. Right across the street from there. This was just random people set up at a photo. It was a Javits Center again. It was, I don't even remember what it was called. It's where all the photographers go to check out the new gear. I forget what it was called. I actually met a couple of my favorite photographers there. A lens display. Those Nikons or Sigmas? Those look like Nikons. More street photography. I like shit like that. I mean, it's obvious, explains itself, but it's got so much character, you know? Beautiful ballerina feet. Little mad scientist. Again, these are displays they had set up of like scenes going on, so photographers just can kind of shoot to their heart's content and get some good shots. So they're essentially actors. It was pretty cool. It was fun. More night stuff. Some pictures are really mixed up. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Indentured servant here helping out the knights. Kind of like in a Knight's Tale movie. What else have I got? Beautiful. I love rapiers. It's like one of my favorite swords on the planet. I love them. Like if you want to kill somebody quick and accurate, that's the weapon. You're not swinging it like a freaking axe. You're just going to go right through their heart. Pretty sweet. Happy dude. There's a Scotsman again. Playing the Scotsman. I don't think he was actually a Scotsman. This lady was pretty cool. Within that cloth, she was just doing all kinds of acrobatics. It was beautiful to watch. It was all choreographed. It was very nice. She was up and down on the ground in the air, swinging around. It was really cool. It's got to be super dangerous, too. But at least she's over the grass. Beautiful harp. Beautiful lady. Harps are beautiful, for sure. Couple of crazy heathens, all decked out. This was back at Fort Tryon. Fort Tryon is it's just a park, city park, but in the center there's a cloisters there, so it's like an old castle. Hence, you can see it behind them, and inside is just full of Christian iconography and memorabilia, and the list goes on. Well, these guys were super decked out. Super decked out. I like the dude on the right. He looked pretty cool with the little crown and everything and all the chainmail. Really cool looking. And that dude with the fur must have been sweating his ass off because it was a hot day. It was not cool out. It was probably like 90 or something. Hey, he braved it. Cool couple, smiling for pictures, all decked out. That serpentine cane he's got going on. Pretty lady. She was doing actually fire trick. She had sandbags here, but she was doing some fire breathing and stuff. Pretty cool. Right on, Aunt. Take care, brother. Pretty cool little lanterns. This shop had hundreds of them just hanging everywhere. It's pretty cool. We got one like every year, I think, when we went there. It's pretty nice. I had fun with it. This is the scene they were acting. This dude was fighting someone else, and they got the better of him. Let's see where we're at with these pictures. A couple more mermaid pictures. Yeah, I wish this would just drop down a little easier. Hope y'all can see that good. Fix it up. It's back in the mermaid parade a little bit. Well, it's not. There you go. This is one of my favorite pictures ever. Obviously, it's a hot chick, but I love how on her umbrella, the light and the pink is like the solar energy is just making her glow, and then it tapers off into the cold blue in front of her. I just love that. No editing whatsoever. I mean, I always give a tad bit to the contrast, a tad bit, just a little slight vignette, so the corners are a little dark and it draws you in. And then again, just a touch to the color vibrance. Other than that, it's just, she's beautiful, and the shot came out perfect. And it's 1/3 frame, as it should be. It leads you into it, or out, depending on how you shoot it. I love this picture. It's one of my favorite pictures, actually, of that event. I might actually make a print of this. I got a bunch of prints hanging around here. That might be one of them in the future. Crazy zombie. Well, zombie mermaid, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know exactly what she was going for, but it was funny. A lot of cool characters out there. Another girl with the titties hanging out. Like the green fan there. This girl's just having fun being herself. Another girl, beautiful girl, and fun being herself. This dude was just going down the whole way, just swinging these big old pearls around his neck. It was hilarious. He was so into it. Obviously a flamboyant dude having fun. So decked out. It's crazy looking, actually. We got the Santa Man. I think that dude lives in Long Island somewhere. He's actually kind of famous for being Santa every year. Pretty cool. I want to say he's like a biker or something. I don't remember. There was a documentary about Santa Clauses on Netflix, and they had Mick Foley in there too, because he plays Santa. So there was a couple Santas in there. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. This is a boat ride I took somewhere across the Hudson. Dude singing. Girl singing. I actually, I took these pictures for her and gave them to her. It was a friend's band. It's a pretty good shot of her. Kind of wish he wasn't in the background, but it's okay. It is what it is. The green was perfect. Just enveloped her. She loved the pictures too. And that's him jamming away. Let's see where we're at now. See where we're at. A couple Memorial Day pictures. This is that one shot I was trying to show you guys from that newspaper I did. Sorry about the framing issues, but I'm getting used to this. That was the center of the sports section I did for the females gymnastic. I thought that was a cool shot. She just is like framed. It was framed just right. I just caught it right. It was really cool. And that was like the center, and it was a full-blown, full spread. Again, I have it down there. I would just have to look for it. That was the shot I was trying to show you guys in the other video. She just kicked ass that day. I don't remember her name, though. It was a long time ago. Oh, we got some Chinatown pictures. Let's line these up for you. Now, I don't remember the festival or the name of it. It was obviously dragons are important to the Chinese people and Japanese. Um, I don't remember what event this was. I don't know if it was a New Year thing or something, but it was pretty fucking cool. They went crazy. This whole place is just full of color and fun. It's just amazing. Chinatown's a trip, man. They can be dangerous, but it's also pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. You want to buy some illegal crap? Go to Chinatown. You'll have fun. I mean, it's way different back in the days compared to now. Now it's so homogenized. It's disgusting, but you know, ebbs and flows. The dragon was super cool. There was like 30 people or something on it. And the thing was so long. It had to have been like 75 feet long. It was just serpentine around everything. It was killer. One dude on the head. Well, maybe there might have been two people on the head, and there's a couple people on the arms, and then the whole body all the way down to the feet, and then down even more to the tail. And people were just really moving it around. It was cool. It's a really fun event. Dude, all decked out. Another dragon. Their dragons are so fun looking too. Just loaded with color. Look at that. Look at those girls. They look crazy looking. All decked. It's the best thing about New York, man. You've got all the cultures in the world to enjoy. So beautiful. Look at the old boss of the neighborhood just being driven around. What's up, my peasants? He's probably not around anymore. Who knows? I think this is like a flight attendant girl, or dressed like a 50s flight attendant. She's beautiful. More dragons. Look at all those faces in the background, just so full of character. More dragons. I think I pumped the red up a little too much on that one. But again, I like the vibrant look. I really do. I like it that it look like an acid trip. This dude, he's always, well, always, he was. I don't know if he still is. I haven't seen him in forever, but he would always have a little dog in a stroller, and the dog had like painted fingernails and it was all decked up. Obviously, he's flamboyantly gay, but he was having a good old time. A big old green beard. He's always decked out, wearing a skirt or some silly thing. But hey, man, do you? I don't give a shit. It was fun to take a picture. And let's see. Back to Indians. All right, I don't want to see any more Indian backs. Oh, this guy was funny. I don't want to leave him out. He was hilarious. Look at that face. And he had like a $5 bill or something. I don't get his whole character, but it was funny just marching along by himself and just being. I didn't want to leave him out. He was funny. He was worth a picture. That's good. That's good. Got a couple. Let's see. Some firefighter. Oh, you see these guys? Let me get him in frame. I'm not trying to disparage this individual in particular, but these people are scammers. Stay away from them. They're not monks. Stay away from anyone trying to hand you something that looks like a monk in New York City, because they're not monks. Because on the side, you'll see them smoking a cigarette. Anyway, firefighters. Nice big smiles. This dude was feeding the squirrel a nut, taking a picture as he was doing it. So I had to take a picture of the dude taking a picture feeding the squirrel a nut. I just had to do it. It's too funny. It's like one of those shots. You're like, oh, of course, yes, this is a shot. It was just hilarious. And he was doing it for a while, really trying to get the shot, because he was super close to that squirrel's face with that camera. So, and two jealous little pigeons in the background. Where's my nut? Little dude stretching it out. I just thought it was good, so I snapped it. Couple painters on their lunch. One dude looking like he's really tired. Never liked sleeping at lunch because then you don't want to go back to work after, so I never did. Just like I always have a super light lunch, either just a protein shake and some salami or something, because I don't want to be slowed down at work. These guys don't care. Lady stretching out, roller skating. A woman playing Charlie Chaplin in the street, all decked up. It's funny. Random street shots. I forget what building that is. I mean, just that piece of glass alone is super expensive. Like, wow. I think it was like 3 inches thick. It's insane. Girl jamming away. Girl all decked out. Just so much character in this city. I think this is the aquarium at Coney Island, I believe. Oh, some of my football shots. Violin. This was Fort Tryon again. Kid playing soccer, football. I believe that's Fieldston. That's a very ritzy height. We have three. We have Horace Mann, we have Riverdale, and then we have Fieldston. They are all like Ivy League high schools. If you're going to go to an Ivy League school, you go to these high schools, typically. It's all here in Riverdale. But, you know, this was just their football team. And their harp. Let's see where we're at now. See where we're at. Yeah, these are all mixed up. Ah, this is one of my favorite shots. This is just an Asian dude. He was just crossing the street, but his face is so full of character. I just had to capture it. I mean, look at that face. It's just so full of character. I love it. I absolutely love it. Just walking right now, boom, instantly knew it had to be a black and white. Super cool. Super cool. There's some more craziness at Coney Island. Sorry, got to keep adjusting this, but I tried for fucking hour, maybe more, before I went live to try and get this, do a slideshow kind of thing, but then I would have had to drag and make, I'll do it in the future for smaller projects, but I would have had to drag and drop and make individual folders for individual slideshows, and I wasn't going to do all that. That was a lot. This dude was pulling a car with his earlobes. I don't know. People are interesting. But hey, it was fun to watch. Got a picture of it. I made it black and white because I didn't like the colors in the picture, if I remember correctly. I think he had like a blue shirt. It just made it look like crap. A black and white just made it look better in my eyes. More punks hanging out, Coney Island. More punks. Again, there's a lot of character out there. I love it. A lot of character. This is like a tattoo event in Coney Island. I'm down for any tattoo event. That's my boy, my old friend, Dave Gardner. When I first met him, he was a horrible photographer. Now he's an amazing photographer. So he's really come a long way, and I'm proud of him. Beautiful work. Even out, look how he's sitting. It's like perfect. He's stable. He's locked in. His elbows tucked tight, so that long focal point is nice and steady, how it's supposed to be. You see people doing all kinds of weird shit. It's like, man, no wonder your pictures are never focused. Yeah, he's a great photographer now. He's come a long way. Dude's rocking out. Love Coney Island. Just so full of life. People getting tattoos. These are not like great pictures. They're just, I mean, actually that leg belongs to the guy who owns the building, if I remember correctly. He owns like a lot of Coney Island. So it's pretty sweet. This is the bartender. Again, he just looked cool, but I didn't have the right setup, and it was super dark in there, so the flash just overexposed so much, and I didn't really care for those shots. But I like shots like these. Come on, you fucking shit. Forgive me, for I not know what I do. Oh, fucking please. There you go. I gotta fix this. Ah, I'm fucking up here, guys. Forgive me. There you go. Anyway, I like shots like this. He obviously didn't want his picture being taken, but he made the picture so much better just by doing that. And then he threw up some whatever. Oh, that's just the way to go. Super fun. Then you get beautiful people like that who don't give a fuck if you take their picture, and they just show you how cool they are. Dude chilling out with his kick-ass little bike. Little bike, it's a big bike. I like the white walls and the red rim. Biker dude with his ugly ass stogie. Beautiful blonde. More street girls. Again, I just love catching them faces. It's really, really cool. Got all those pretty eyes on her. Love it. I don't think she was happy, but still made for a good picture. This dude, one of the street performers in Union Square, he was acting like a choo-choo train, kind of just chugging away. These guys do some crazy stunts, though. And they make a lot of people laugh. That's what it's all about. I don't know why I took that, but I did. Dude looking dapper, selling his wares. His or someone else's, I'm not sure. Maybe his. Girl on Coney Island, just being a girl. But obviously, they were on the ride, and I caught him on, I don't remember if it was on the way up or way down, but they saw me. I love it. Old dude looking pimp. I don't remember if he was looking at me or not. It looks like he was. Puerto Rican dude jamming. Yeah. This dude posed for me. This was actually a good shot. And I really fell in love with this shot because on the other side there was like a wall of the old style P.O. boxes, postal boxes. You know, the whole unit where it comes in one big unit was like 100 compartments. And they're actually being used too. And his shop was just full of character. Just all of these pictures and you know, just autographs and everything. There's just so much character in this one shot. And I was happy that he posed for a second so I could take his picture. He did not seem to be happy to be in the shop, though. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to ruin the beautiful image, but he seemed a little bit miserable. I wish him the best, though. Dude playing handball. Shit'll keep you young. Dude's probably what? 60s? Still in great shape? That's what it's all about. Iron workers. It's a hard job. Very dangerous job. Dude not looking like he's loving life again. But again, that's the emotion I try and catch in these pictures. I want to see that. I think that's the most important part. Nice couple skateboarding down the boardwalk. Again, Coney Island. I love this picture because the light reflecting off that paper into her face. It just really lit up her whole face and just made it a good frame shot for me. Probably would have, well, I don't know. Centered seems right for that shot. I usually like to put it on third, so it's either, the face is either in this line or in this line. So if her face was over here, might have been better, but again, it's also, if it leads you in, that's important. It's not always, you don't always have to play the rules. It's art, you know? So, we'll see. Dude stretching it out. Dude working out. Look at those bars. Look how bent they are. That's just from use. It's crazy. Couple little acidic boys. Thought that was a cool shot. You got that one. It's always cool when you get that one that catches you. Like, what the fuck are you looking at? Thought that was pretty cool. Again, these are all public shots in public areas, so you know, I'm not posting other people's kids and weird shit. Dude just jamming out to the radio. I think that was Brighton Beach. That's a little bit north of Coney Island, I believe. North? Whatever. It's near it. Oop. Architectural, little punk lady. I guess she never grew up. Kept her style. Dude jackhammering. Dude's playing chess. I love chess, even though I kind of suck at the moment. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Dude probably doing crossword puzzles. I don't know. Don't know why I took it. Pretty lady. Piano Man. I think did I show you? Yeah, I might have shown you guys the Piano Man picture I took of him. This is hilarious. I took this because look at his hair. Y'all remember what was that cassette company where there was like the guy in the chair and the speakers get louder and his tie's blowing and everything's blown by? That's like, hey, it looks like he's going 100 miles an hour just sleeping there. I just had to get it. It was so funny. Dude was knocked the fuck out, but his hair was just like, and it wasn't windy. That was just his hair. Oh, I just love it. It's so funny. Again, these are the rock climbers in Central Park. See how the rock's perfect for them, where they have all the hook ledges they can just grip up on? So cool. It's great for practicing because you're going to fall 5 feet, not 100. So, and it's dead bang in the city, right in the middle. It's killer. Oh, this was a client of mine. I did a photo shoot for her. Carolina, I think her name was. Sorry for forget. It was a long time ago. It was one shoot. But I did a lot. Oh, which way do I go? Let's go back this way and go down. Yeah. She's a fitness, I don't know if she's a trainer, coach, or whatever, but this was for her webpage and stuff. Did a bunch of different stuff all over the park. Hours and hours. It was fun. It's like one of my first paid gigs as a photographer. So it was pretty cool. Hey, my uncle. Look at that. Look how strong that dude is. That's my Uncle Dwayne. Powerful grip. He was known for that, the pole trick. He's super powerful. There he is again, chilling out. And he was known for that, barbecuing. Still known for it. Fucking barbecue is world renowned. That dude's amazing. It's my dad. I think that's the best picture ever taken of my dad, if I do say so myself. And Uncle again, in front of Grandma's house, being a badass. That dude in his prime, you don't want to fuck with that dude in his prime. His grip was so powerful, he would crush your hand. So he's an older man now, he's in his 60s, but he's a bad dude. When I was a kid, he was a bad dude. What else we got around here? More Carolina. She liked this one. I remember liking it too. If I can get it in the frame for y'all. I was running across a bridge. Thought that was a nice shot. The flash went off perfectly with it. You can see she doesn't have any feet on the ground, which is kind of cool. That was a good shot. And you can tell she changed a bunch of times. They were stretching, eating, blah, blah, blah. A lot of cool stuff. Let's check out some of these. This is just some jack dude. Oops. Sorry, I gotta reframe it every single time. I know it's annoying. This is some jack dude in I think they're rollerblade and roller skating. There's just a simple track in Central Park they set up, and they got music jamming, and everyone's just out there having a great time. Dude's jacked as fuck. So is this dude. having a great time, just full of life. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look how jacked this dude. He's got the veins going across his chest and everything. It's badass. Nice couple. It's a nice shot, huh? And this is 4th of July. At, I believe that's the Intrepid. I think I overprocessed that picture a little bit. Just a little bit. Tatted up girl. Girl doing her homework. That was actually, I want to say Soho. Because it's a dead giveaway in Soho. You see a lot of this metal grating, which people use for seating. But she was there chilling, checking it out. It's pretty cool. Kid having fun in Washington Square Park. This was the same park. They were filming something. I just thought she looked great sitting there. Except for that stupid bottle of water. I hate bottled water. It's disgusting. There you go. That's a better image, not so overly processed. You got the smoke trailing off because I think it was like an 11-second exposure. No, could have been that long. No, that's too long. I'd have to look at the metadata, but it was a good exposure where the trails began from the smoke. And they got the nice red, white, and blue, even though it looks like blue. They tried to make it white. Right here. Pretty sweet. That was a fun day too. Fun day. Pretty girl. I like this because, again, that's just that buttery background. That was pretty cool. This dude looked like the Predator. That's why I took it. It's very cool looking. I gotta turn something on. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry, everyone. I had to turn my chicken on. It'll be done in an hour. Anyway, this dude was cool. He's like the Predator, and I love that reflection on his glasses. Can I get that tighter for you? Yeah, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Love it. What else we got going on here? Kind of want to... It's some really cool, oh yeah, more Coney Island. Shocker there. That flower. I think that's a tiger lily, I think? I don't know. I'm not too good on flowers. I'm good with herbs, but not flowers. Just that purple and that just flaring out yellow is just killer looking. I think that was with a macro lens. I had a I think man, what was that? 30 millimeter macro? 50 millimeter macro? Fixed? Oh my God, it's the sharpest lens I ever had. The detail, I mean, it's a macro, of course, but it's amazing. Again, look what you could do. Like, the focus point is so small, like everything else is just butter except the one spot right there. Just killer looking. I don't even know what kind of plant that is. That was a friend that met up with us. Got the carpenter bees pollinating. He was scared of those, actually. It's kind of funny. A bunch of nuns walking up. Found that funny. Interesting, funny. More Coney Island girls. She was very pretty. And this next shot was my best one of her. Bam. I love that shot. Frame nice. Nice smile. Everyone showed up to photograph her. She was stunning. Then this, I love this picture. It's like a Jack Sparrow, obviously. I have a huge 20 by 30 print of this on my wall in the other room, just because I love it so much. He was so good. And he sounded just like him, act just like him. He was decked out. Everything about it was like to the nines. It's really good. More girls. You don't see it on her, but she was funny. She was pregnant, and obviously she's all painted up, so her belly was exposed, and she painted the belly with like a kind of like a she painted a what the hell did she paint? Ah. It was like a creature in her belly, so she painted it on the outside to kind of resemble, what's on the inside, I guess. And it was pretty cool. Good character. Another pretty girl. Her umbrella was huge, though. It was like, took up everything. You can see it's like the whole frame almost, except the guy's face a little bit. Girl doing some cool dance moves. Another girl with some big kazungas. There you go. That's the fun shot. The cop was just talking to the photographer, and the photographer said, "Hey, take a look." I thought that was cool. Who knows where he was looking, right? That looks like a big cannon, too. The brand, not the weapon. More girls all decked out. Their mermaid parade was super cool. I don't know how it is these days, but it was always fun when I went. Never drove there, always took the train there, because there's just too much traffic. The train took a while, though. I'm the furthest part away in the Bronx, so. Ye old treasure chest. There's that girl again. Very voluptuous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's the Santa dude again. There's that girl again. She's like, I guess, a geisha style zombie mermaid thing. I don't know. Oh, this guy's cool. He's the Mosaic Man. There's a little documentary on him on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it. Maybe I'll find it right now for us. Let's see. Mosaic Man, New York City. Come on, you fucking learn to type, Joe. Yeah. There's a bunch on him. Maybe we'll play something. 5 years ago, 3 minutes. Let's see if we can pop that up real quick. Let's see, I'll turn this one off, turn this one on. Bam! Look at that, I'm figuring shit out. There he is. And this is on someone else's channel.
My name is Jim Power. I'm known as the Mosaic Man, and I'm working on this one particular pole, which there was 70 at one time. Now there's about 35, and we've been trying to restore them for the last number of years. So hopefully that effort is going to move along. This particular pole has been here about 30 years. I restored the ground and some of the pieces off it about 4 or 5 times over that period of time. So it's really not much damage. I don't like to use the word damage for a few pieces. But so we're trying to keep up on that. And this particular pole actually was a tribute to the 3 of the old Yiddish theaters that have been out here. They're on this other side here, the Eden, the Commodore, and the Anderson. And then like the Orpheum is one of the places that's left over from 80 years ago, 100 years ago. The Commodore used to be over where the NYU and the Apple Bank is. That used to be the Fillmore in the 1960s, the late 60s and early 70s. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Mountain, Black Sabbath, all those bands played there. So it was always a madhouse right there, 6th Street. And so a lot of these poles are tributes to history in the neighborhood, fire department, police department, and many people that have made history from the area. And it's kind of like that's a theme, is to incorporate the recycled material along with there'll be some new things coming in up on the top of the block up there. We're bringing back an image of a man known as Gringo, and he was an addict at the time and a famous.
In case you didn't know, gringo doesn't mean white person, it means non native speaker. But it is funny though.
One and made a movie about him, but he had his image on the building when you came across the street on St. Mark's up by Third Avenue. It was 2 stories tall. It had a giant guy with an eye patch. He was blonde hair, eye patch, big red lips, and a cigarette. So that was Gringo. And so I'm making a mosaic of him on the pole to try to introduce a little more normal kind of art to the scene, because remember, we don't have much room to work here to do things, but I've done a lot of stuff out here. We're actually introducing sounds of the city. We're introducing sculpture, and hopefully we'll be building furniture for the parks department and that. So today it's the 14th, I guess, of October. I just celebrated my 71st birthday, and I've been out here since '84. Even before that, in the area, since '81. Before that, I was in California for 6 years, and I built stone. And I'm a Vietnam vet. I was served there in 1969, 1970. And then, like I said, I was homeless out here for 25 years, so I've managed to put my trail out here. I gave up a lot to do this, and I'm halfway between here and owned in the city, But my name is Jim.
That's it. That's pretty cool, right? That's the mosaic, man. Let's give that a like. And we'll get back to where we were. Back to where we were. Alright, that's all. Anyway, that's the mosaic, man. Dude, it's pretty cool. I actually sent him this shot. I emailed it to him. And he seemed very appreciative of it, so that was nice of him. I do that to a few people. Excuse me, what the fuck am I doing? Turn that background off. Do that to a few people, and some respond, some don't. You don't have to. I just like to try and share my art with them because I got my art because of their art, you know what I mean? But the dude brings, like, he's a real New Yorker. That's what real New Yorkers are. They actually add back to the city, unlike all the politicians ruining everything. They're the heart and soul of the city. And when you walk around and you see his work, it's just, there's so much character. It's beautiful. Like, to do all that, look what he's doing. Just in that one image. He draws it on, and then he takes, he's got bags of all this different mosaics and glasses that he can chip and shape and glue on, and then he can grout it at the end. It's a lot of work, man. He's not getting, he's an artist. He's not getting paid to do all this shit. He had to go through a bunch of crap just to be able to do, because he's doing it to the city's property. But it's, I don't know, it's just so cool. Love it. And that's a beautiful building. I believe that is that the building where Lenin was shot at? Oh my goodness, I don't even remember the name of it. I think it has a D in it. I don't remember. Anyway, that is the west side of Central Park. And it looks like it's just past twilight, give or take. That's pretty cool. This guy had a little Tinkerbell tattoo on his neck. That's what drew my attention to it. I believe that's Tinkerbell. It's just a ballerina. I don't remember. Could be just a ballerina. Oh, this is the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Hence the flags. Hey, John Leguizamo. You're staring right down my lens, too. I got a good shot of him. That's pretty cool. I always liked John Leguizamo. He's a good actor. Just some dudes sitting reading. Beautiful girl, Jack dude. I'd be worried that this top part would crack off and come flying at your face. Anyway, there's the parade again. That dude was on roller skates, just fucking living it up. It's crazy. It's funny how you remember all this shit, and it was so long ago. Just comes flying back. Interesting salute there, lady. Just shame. Oh, this guy was funny looking. Those glasses are so crazy. This is somewhere in Chinatown. Apparently everyone had laundry to do that day or dry it that day. It's probably a nice hot day. My grandma loves this picture. I need to send her a print of it because she really, it's like one of her favorites she's seen of mine. Well, she hasn't seen all of mine, so whatever. That's one of her favorites, though. And I thought it was cool. Central Park, dude just really in the game, pitching it out. This guy's actually famous. I don't remember his name, but it was, again, right around the corner from me. Dude jamming out, playing some awesome blues. I love blues. And it's a nice big hollow body Gibson. Those things sound amazing. Just full of tone, you know. A dude jamming it out in the back. I believe he's harmonica. Can't tell. He's all covered up. Obviously drumming it out. Dude was sweating his ass off. It was a hot day. I'm so tall. That's so funny because where that was literally on the edge of a building, like, 20 stories up or something. I'm so tall. It's so stupid. It's funny though. And you could tell it was done with a paint roller. More Central Park fun. Man, the city is just so amazing. You see so much. Just a face full of character. I love how you can see the chessboard right in his glasses. Right here. So cool looking, just deep in thought. Try not to be hustled. Dirty as shit that hat is, but it's just so much character in one picture. And this is the, I call him the Sandman, but he's another one. I took the picture and sent it to him. And he was kind enough to respond like 2 years later or something. But this is a Native American sand art. And I know he does it in more than one state, but he was pretty big in New York for a while. He would do huge murals of sand, like huge. They would be like 25 to 30 feet in circumference, some of them. And he would obviously start in the center and change colors and work his way out. And it's all hand poured. It's really, really interesting. Like some of them are very, very detailed. And that was a closer shot of him working. Like, these are pretty fine lines, some of these, for just pouring it out of your hand. It's pretty cool. And he'd have to place his hand right every time to not screw up and pick up a bunch of sand when he brings his hand back up. It's very interesting. More beautiful city art. That's what it's all about. Girls playing ball. Dude checking out his camera. Iron workers. Let's see where we're at now. Kind of wanted to show you some of my Bronx Zoo pictures. If you've never been to the Bronx Zoo, it's so worth going. There's 2 zoos in the world I think everyone should visit. It's the San Diego Zoo and the Bronx Zoo. They're amazing. This is obviously a bald eagle, but it was just, the thing about the eagles in the Bronx Zoo, they have aviaries there, obviously, but they're right there. And there's thin little cables going up. So when you're photographing, you're focused on the birds. Those cables just disappear because they're front out of focus and you're back focusing, right? But look at the background too. It just turns into like butter. It's beautiful. And that eye is so sharp. That's one of my favorites. And then, man, my pictures are so scattered. I wanted to find you guys the cats. I have a couple cat images in here. Well, here's the Piano Man again. I don't know if I showed you this picture. I have a print of it. That's the Piano Man. I always liked that picture. Thought it was pretty cool. Actually, that piano was just, he had to wheel it out every day. It was like crazy. It's just some beat up old crazy piano. Obviously the whole top's broken off and everything, which makes it louder, but it was interesting. It was interesting. Then you get images like this poor soul, just this dude. And I'm really sorry about this shit. I gotta figure this out better. Yeah, this poor soul. I seen him. He was always in front of the Barnes and Noble, around 93rd and Broadway, around there in the Upper West Side. I like the Upper West Side much better than the East Side. It's just a different class of people. But he was always just going through it, man. It's tough what some people have to go through in this world. It really is. It really is. So I felt I needed to hold on to that a little bit. Some people got it really bad. Some people got it really easy. Just the way it is. There we go. Let's see. These are actual brothers. Now, I'm sure they're older now and maybe not even in the zoo, but I thought that to be a really cool shot. The way they were sitting, perfectly looking opposite from each other, like a matchbook. I thought that was pretty sweet. They were much younger there. Now they're big. They're big kitties now. Another dude. Peacock. They're all over the Bronx Zoo. Peacocks, they're all over. And they'll come up and eat food. Trust me. That's funny. That was kind of a sinister look. They're like, another kid skateboarding. Where was that? I wanted to show you the cat. Oh, this is a fun picture. This is a super simple picture. It's obviously just a seagull, but there's little to no editing in this picture besides a little vignetting, and I mean a little, because he was backlit perfectly, he, she, I don't know, perfectly by the sun. And it was killer. It was just like glowing. So beautiful. I didn't think a seagull could look that cool, but it is very cool. Just sitting on a light post, and that was South Street Seaport back when it was cool. Now it's all, yeah, commercial. They took the character out of it, like they always do. Well, I don't know if I can find that cat. Where's the kitty? Ah, I don't know, and then I see it. Perfect. I love it. That's not the picture, but we'll get to the picture. This is an older picture too, but there's the picture. Look at that. Obviously, he wasn't growling, he was yawning, but it looks like a growl, so that's when you capture it. Pretty cool looking. Other little lines. Or leopard. That looks like a female lion. More Bronx Zoo. These are, I think they're part of the penguin family, but they can fly. But they're Arctic birds in general, and they're cool because they're like on cliffs right next to your face, flying all around because they have a very big aviary there, and they get to actually fly around. Me trying to make some product sample. It's funny. There's another little yawn. And it's cool when you go through, you shoot through the tree and you get all these cool, different, almost looks like watercolor. It's really cool. Just hanging out, snow leopards and a lion, always yawning. So bored. So bored. Ah, here's one of my first 4th of July pictures. This is the first 4th of July picture I ever took. And it came out pretty good. This is on the Jersey side, if you know anything about New York, because we can see the city there. That's the Empire State Building in red, white, and blue. And I believe that's the Macy's fireworks, I believe. But I went out there, I probably got there around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Midday, Nobody's there, right? And I waited. I wanted my spot. I set up. I camped. I brought some food. I brought water. I was all set up. I got my tripod. So I was like, nobody's coming around. I'm gonna get my shot, and bam, I got it. I was there like 5 hours early or something. I wasn't messing around. All by myself too. It was nice. And that was the beginning of my photography career. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was a fun shot, fun day, long day. Anyway, that's basically it, folks. That's basically it. Let me turn all this other shit off. Put the camera on. Back up to my face. Well, I hope whoever watches this enjoyed. Got some little insight into my old photography. I'll try and make the picture sharing a little easier next time. I'll figure it out. I'll have more time to do it. Maybe we'll play some more videos on, since I got this down kind of cool. Play some more videos like I did with the Mosaic Man and talk about some cool stuff and just shoot the shit on Sunday.